Hi, you guys. I want to do an update on a dream I had a while ago about Tammuz, and I saw rainbows forming in the sky, in the night sky. Also, the dream and I guess daytime open vision with my eyes closed of Jupiter and Seven Moons dream. Just a little recap. It's all going to tie in together and the destroyer and the crescent moons. So today I was watching a video, and I think everybody who shared their dreams, I've had two people share their dreams about planets, one of a child, one of an adult. On my last video, after I did the video on the destroyer, you guys, this is not the destroyer, the darkness. So, seven moons. I had a dream. I went outside. It was daytime. The moon was out in the daytime. There was chemtrails, and I just kept hearing seven moons. I get to work. I wasn't even supposed to be working that day. The Lord kept impressing seven moons. I close my eyes. I get an impression of a reddish blue planet with a moon on the side that was beautiful and close to Earth. I open my eyes, and my client has a toe ring of multiple moons on a toe ring. And I wasn't even supposed to be to work that day. The Lord just kept saying seven moons. He just kept impressing me. So I look up the red planet. It could be Jupiter with the moon on it. I think that's the conclusion I came to. We discovered that Nibiru has seven planetary bodies or moons connected with it. And then I guess I can get into it. Well, and then you guys, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I had the dream about that same reddish bluish moon being in the bushes in the daytime a couple of weeks later, and I look up and I seen a big huge red planet in the sky, and it eclipses our sun, and I see a snowflake go over it. Go back in the house in the same dream, come back out, and there's two crescent moons. So this video I watched, you guys, today, made me think about Tammuz, my first dream, where I saw the warbles and the rainbows in it. And then this guy, what I discovered, is dressed like the Pope, but in my dream he was in all gray with a suit, or dressed up with a cross, I believe. And so Tammuz, they worship the sun god. They're looking for the sun god to come. Anyway, so in this video of Planet X, I will link it below, is from the channel Red Star Kachina 2017. He's doing an interview. It's very informative with this guy who wrote the book called The Sign of the Coming of the Son of Man in Planet X, I believe. So he talks about Planet X being the destroyer. He also talks about the Vatican having a telescope called Lucifer, which we know, you guys, they're looking for Planet X, but they believe that Planet X is going to their god that they worship, Tammuz, Nimrod, Titan, Zeus, whoever. Satan is going to be accompanied by Planet X. Um, Also, the seven moons or planetary bodies that come along with Nibiru, they call them the seven little helpers. Like they actually believe this twisted stuff. I'm going fast here, but global warming, we know they just had this meeting, I think in France, discussing global warming, and all these countries came together and all agreed on what they believe is global warming. But we know that Planet X is going to cause, it's going to shake up some things, to say the least. And we know that Obama just recently signed a space weather event executive order, and I'm sure that is because of Planet X. Um, Also, in my dream, you guys, when I saw, because I don't want to forget, I think this is the last thing, next to the last thing, the Destroyer in the Amplified Bible, Jeremiah 44:7. I think you can find it in the, he talks about it in the Amplified Bible. The word destroyer is found multiple times, more so in the Amplified Bible. I thought that was interesting. And the last thing, you guys, I might have just mixed all that up, but hopefully I didn't. Um, he talked about the trumpet judgments perhaps being connected to the seven planetary bodies that come along with Nibiru. Um, and that Nibiru was always a sign of judgment for um, those who encountered it. Um, and also, he said one thing, I had already, this is the second time hearing it. You guys, when I had the dream about the destroyer, um, I saw the planet, the red marbly planet, in the bushes on the side in a open face display box. It was a rubber ball, and it was still in the box, just like a toy in the box, and it looked just like it did when I had the impression. Um, he said something about, he's the second person who said basically Jupiter getting closer to the Earth. You know, a lot of people were worried about it, and you know, it could come closer, but it is child's play compared to Nibiru. Um, I don't think he used a specific term, but I remember hearing it when somebody else was saying the exact same thing about uh, Jupiter getting close to the Earth. Um, Basically, it's child's play. So I think that's why this, when I told my mom in the dream, Mom, this is the planet that I saw, but this up here, it was just, it's child's play. Jupiter coming to us, it's child's play compared to Nibiru, or Planet X. Um, so Nibiru, or the destroyer, I knew it in the dream as the destroyer, eclipsed the sun, and then a snowflake, which we believe will either happen in the winter, or it would, nuclear winter will happen after it. Um, the destroyer also means judgment. I think I already said that. And then I told you guys I went back in the house, came back out, and I saw the crescent moons. The crescent moons, we've seen them on the Baphomet symbol. Um, I had, we saw them in the Turkey attacks, and I think that I saw them link. I think I saw them in my dream, and then saw them in real life, and on the Turkey attacks. I don't know why my attention's being drawn to the Turkey lately, you guys. This is like my third, fourth video talking about turkey. But when the S is connected to, when the two crescents are connected, they form an S, which means Satan. And we know that the seat of Satan is in Turkey, talked about in the book of Revelation. So I don't know why the Lord keeps showing me Turkey. And then, so if the destroyer is accompanied by their God, we can also say that those two crescent moons together can represent two horns. We just know when the destroyer comes, their God comes, Satan comes with the destroyer. I hope that made sense. I hope I didn't twist this up too bad. I think that's it. I will link the video below, and if you haven't checked out Dill Martin's video, he did do a great video. Sister Soleil share mentioned his video. I did see it earlier this morning. I thought it was fascinating, and I did try to go out and catch the sunset. I did take video a few days ago when I seen some red stuff on the sunset. I do have some days off. Maybe I'll catch it. I do live by the water, so I can see everything. Okay, so maybe I can get some great footage. I think that's it. I will link the video below. If you're seeing planets or anything, you want some insight on Nibiru and how it ties into the Bible. This was a very interesting video. I'm only 40 minutes into it. It's an hour long, but I can do that while I'm finishing up making dinner, okay? I have some other updates to make, but I wanted to do this one while it was fresh on my mind. And maybe I'll help somebody else, okay? God bless y'all.